your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell at before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what good thing to say? I dabbled in stand-up or something. I have no disrespect for you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Good morning. Wow, happy Monday. It's a new week. Monday, March 10th. Hello, everybody. Hello. Today, the baby is 11 months old. Yay! Oh my goodness. We get to put him on that. We bought one of those mats with like all the different numbers on it. Like every month you're supposed to put the baby on the mat, and it comes with a circle. It's like 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. So all the way up. But here's the problem with it. Like he started really crawling a lot since like 9 months. He hasn't been able to sit still on the mat. So it's like we have to like hold him down. I'm like, don't move. We have to take the picture. We need this for our memories. And the baby would probably rather not be held down to a mat. Oh well. Only 2 more times, Bean. Hang in there. Guys, I got some shows coming up before I get into the stories. Oh boy, it's exciting to have shows coming up. It's been a minute since I've been on the road. March 29th. That's 2 weeks. No, 1, 2. That's in 3 weeks. I'll be in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the Fort Wayne Comedy Club. Get your tickets at fortwaynecomedy.com. Then April 1st, I'll be in Hartford, Connecticut with Jimmy Dore. May 17th, back in Mount Kisco, New York at the Jazz on Main Club that I was at before. I think that was last July I was there. Good times. Then August 8th and 9th, back in Long Island. October 18th, I'll be in Ohio for the first time in a long time. Massillon, Ohio. That's the Crackpots Comedy Club out there in Ohio. Some tickets are on sale now. Other tickets are going to be on sale soon, so just keep your eyes peeled. I think you can get tickets now for Indiana and Mount Kisco, and then wherever Jimmy Dore sells his tickets, you can pick up a ticket over there. Ooh, how exciting! Awesome. I'll see you guys there. What is new? What's new in the world? Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. This is something. Oh, so we had a good Simcast last night. Scarlett made her return. We love Scarlett. Carmen Studer was on the show. Tugs was on the show. Cat Canada was on the show. We talked about a bunch of topics, like the satanic SNL skit, which I don't know if it's like a getting older thing or as I get older, I am leaning into my faith a bit more. That stuff just strikes me as like really detestable and vile. And it's like, that's the thing. No topic is off limits in the comedy world, but it's got to be funnier than it is vile, right? It's got to be funnier than it is gross, etc. Funny's got to be the primary reaction, right? And I just found that SNL skit to be like more satanic than it was funny, so it's not going to work for me. I think others felt the same. This is a topic I really wanted to. My voice is soothing. That was me trying to do a Gilbert Gottfried. Oh, hello. But yes, thank you, Tommy. This is my morning voice. If you're just waking up, you're probably unemployed, as it is 11:13 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh, I hope you've turned your clocks back, or did they spring forward? Nope, they sprung forward. As it is March, it is springtime. So we've lost an hour. Here's the thing: is we all lost an hour of sleep, and I'm going to be kind of resentful towards daylight savings time. Think what could we have all done in that hour? Slept, showered. I could have cleaned for an extra hour. It's 8:13 over there. Oh, yes, and it's 8:13 Pacific time over my people in Seattle and maybe California. That's very early. Okay, so it is like very much morning time for you guys, full blown. Okay, I take it back. If you're up now and it's Pacific time, guess what? You're carpe dieming. You are doing it. You are not employed. You are probably gainfully employed. Or you are okay, fine. I take it back. Some of you guys work different shifts. Yeah, that's true. You can work really any time of the day. Where does Courtney live? I don't want to dox you. I mean, I think you've talked about it publicly where you live, Courtney. She lives in Seattle. Okay. I hope I didn't just give that away. I don't. But I won't give away your address. That I know not to do. Cool. This is a subject I wanted to get into last night, and we got distracted. There was so much else to talk about, and it just slipped my mind. What I have to do, yes, she's inside Chaz Chop. I'm gonna send Courtney. I'm gonna do something wild and send Courtney the link. I know I normally do the morning shows by myself, but Courtney, like, if you're feeling, it might be too early for you. Zero pressure. If you're like up, ready to go, cool. If you're not, zero pressure. In fact, I have to get you back on Simcast soon. But I'll send you a link in case you is bored. What is going on with Twitter? Everything is taking so long. By all means, Twitter, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me. This is like, it's 2025 and I have zero patience for Twitter being down. Sorry, if you're going to be down, you should be down in the middle of the night. Like, I'm talking 3, 4 a.m. before people are doing things. This is unacceptable. This is the work week, for goodness sakes. Okay. Twitter, what's up with Twitter today? I think it's Twitter's like, look, let's go back to calling it Twitter instead of X. I think we're all sick of this little experiment. Thank you very much. Natalie Winters, I gotta get her on. So much going on. Oh, it was fun to talk about Kat. Oh, Kat had like this crazy laryngitis that made her sound like Jordan Peterson, which I guess is the good kind of laryngitis to have. Has anyone checked on Opie? Oh, we're going to check on Opie. Oh, she just woke up. Okay, then. Good. All right. No pressure. I can't even send you the link anyway because Twitter's down. So, Twix. I really wanted to talk about this last night. Forgot. So here we are today. Is there anything more? Tommy Lauren's been increasingly on my page. Is there anything more annoying than a liberal white woman? So this is, I guess, a 90-Day Fiancé show where it ends with like marriage. And I can't believe it. I'm going to just play it, but I won't give it away. What this woman leaves this guy at the altar for. I guess I just blew the surprise. Man, I suck at this. No. But what she leaves him at the altar for will blow your mind. Sarah, 28, oncology nurse. She probably, you know what? She's like, I'm a nurse. I've got very high standards. And that's the problem with women is the standards are too high. I would say that's a problem with like any woman who's like, not any woman, but if you're single and you don't want to be single, try lowering your standards. Try it today.
I love you so much.
Oh, Ben. Ben is an account executive. How generic. That's what always bothers me about these shows. I'm like, I want to know where you work, what you do. Like, account executive doesn't tell nurse, fine, I know what that is. Account executive, that could be so many things. Anyway, okay.
I love you so much. But I've always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength.
But
And so
doesn't
today
hit
I
him yet.
can't.
Ah, what? Look, all the women in her family are shocked. They're like, this bitch. Look at their faces are like, this is a mom. Maybe this is a grandma. They're like, what are you doing? This is your last chance to get married. She always does this. She dates these men. It looks good. She gets engaged and then she finds some little dumb reason to end it. And their faces are like, not again. Not again. Shocked. This guy's the most shocked. This is probably a male relative who doesn't know how effing crazy she is. He's like, what? But they're at the altar. They look great. We've paid for the flowers. We're all gonna eat after this. Does this mean I'm not gonna get my filet mignon? Does this mean are we going to the cocktail hour after this? What happens to the food? He's the most shocked because he doesn't know how nuts these girls, these women, the mom, the grandma, or the aunt, whoever this is, they know. They know how effing nuts she is. This guy doesn't know. This is the sister, I think. And she's like, She may have seen this coming.
I'm sorry, but I don't want that to be misunderstood. I still love you and everything about you is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I care about you so much.
I care about you too.
He's like, I'm gonna cry. I've never been more embarrassed than this moment right here. I've just pooped my pants because I'm getting dumped on live television. You should have shaved your chin stubble, Ben.
I care about you too.
He's gonna cry.
And I love you so much. And I know I want to stay with you and keep growing our relationship if you'll let me.
If you'll let me. Ben, why don't you just take your dick and chop it off right now? If you'll let me. Ben, you're the man. You're supposed to be in the power position. Men do the proposing. Women do the accepting. I know in a sense, relationships should be equal. And yes, once you've been together a while, that's kind of how, but you're not there. Like, you're not even married yet. And I smell from this show, they've been dating probably a very short time. I think until you get married, no, even after you get married, and this is me being very old fashioned right now. So, like, take this with a grain of salt. I think the man should lead the relationship. And if the woman is not down with that, then don't marry that person, which clearly it's not working out here. But Ben is like, he is not in a leadership role. When you date a guy, you're dating for marriage and you get married, you're basically saying, hey, dude, I want you to lead this family. Okay. You're the leader. You're the CEO of this family. If you don't want to have kids, you're the CEO of us being a couple. And I'm the assistant to the CEO. Okay. I know that sounds like not very girl boss of me, but that's how it is. And if you are comfortable, like, following in your man's lead, you're going to have probably a much better relationship. It's these women that think they need to lead no, that is off balance. That is not how nature works. That's not how it works. Not that I've ever been in a relationship and tried to lead it, but I've known relationships are not for me when it's like, oh, I'm not comfortable with this guy. Basically, like, and I don't say like, oh, you're just a dumb follower with no thoughts or feelings of your own, but it makes things easier. You're not going to bicker over stuff all the time. Someone's got to be you can't both sit in the driver's seat. Okay. And what does Ben think? That's what I want to know. I want to point the camera at Ben. let's see what are his problems with her, because she's not perfect. But she just, I know this is a clip and it's designed to make us mad, and hey, it's working. But I want to know what Ben has to say. She's nitpicking over what you'll see is the dumbest, smallest thing. And he's just there sucking it up. He's just like, oh, if you'll let me, I'd be like, ugh. I just want him to go nuts. Like, maybe there is a clip of this later on in the show of Ben just like letting her have it. I just don't like, but also they're in front of all these people, so Ben can't really say how he really feels and make a scene. He's probably just in shock. He didn't see this coming at all.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. That means no. That means I'm going to help you set up your Tinder for you.
We'll talk about that. Okay.
And everyone's laughing at the uncomfortable, nervous laughter from everybody in the crowd. Like, are we going to go to cocktail? What's happening here? The people are like looking for their envelopes to take back. They're like, what's happening?
I love you.
I love you so much. Wait, don't waste our time. I think I love you so much. He's drowning and you're just pushing his head under. This is the sister. She's like, she always does this. And maybe she's thinking, maybe she'd like to have a crack at Ben.
I know that the connection we have is so real.
Then period. Then that you can get through anything. If you have a connection and a love for somebody, you can get through anything if you want to. It's when these women focus on these small, and I'm not shitting on women in general, but I'm saying this woman is a good example of someone who does not see the bigger picture. And I feel like I'm going to sound like a grandma here, but it's like, you have to pick your battles. You can't sweat the small stuff. And it's the reason why some of these women are like unhappy is they're unable to discern between what is the little stuff and what is the big stuff.
And my heart is there. But we talked about a lot of the values that I hold so close to my heart. Making this decision,
she makes it sound like, oh, the values are going to be like same religion, having children. She'll go on to say something that isn't even her value.
Mind is telling me I can't.
He looked at his wife like, what are we going to do? I'm starving. And then she's going to lean over and be like, it's okay. We're going to go to Wendy's after this.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? They're like, are they just talking a long time? Maybe they weren't listening. They're like, what? She's actually walking away? I thought they were just having a moment. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on.
See me in the back.
See me in the back. Like she's doing a book signing. See me in the back. I'll do glad handing. Like it's after a comedy show. Everyone is like, what the hell? Why are these people smiling, laughing? Some people still don't understand. Look at all these flowers. This is, I don't know what kind of venue this is. I liked the mixed seating, though. It doesn't really, I wouldn't do this for a wedding, though. It's like, this is like too casual. I don't like them. I don't like that some of it's like couches and seats. Poor Ben. He's up there with his dick in his hand. He's just up there like, I don't know what to do.
Oh my God.
Why is no one I know this whole show is focused around her, but I want to know what Ben's feeling.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Get me out of here.
You're not fine. People who are fine don't say get me out of here. Oh, she looks beautiful though. I love this bouquet, like the orchid. This is everything's expensive. The orchid's coming down.
You guys.
Let's go in the car and cry.
Really, I'm okay.
You're not okay. Cut to her not being okay. Is this that looks like the face of somebody who's okay?
I don't know. I feel kind of numb. Do you? Oh yeah. Because it's sad. Like I was really excited about Ben, and I'm like, he's such a great person.
But I just can't help but ruin it for myself and get in the way every time with my dumb bullshit.
I'm just like,
She needs somebody old. Like, this woman is just gonna sit and listen to her, but, like, what this woman needs is somebody old going, "Girl, you're not gonna do better than Ben. You're stupid for walking away over this bullshit." But that doesn't happen anymore. We coddle these women, and I don't mean to sound like a red pillar or like a pearl. I really hope I don't come off that way. I just feel like I have wisdom.
What? I just hope I made the right decision.
People who say they hope they made the right decision did not make the right decision. She's already doubting herself.
Made the right decision. Hi guys.
Oh my god.
Ben's already got like 5 other women lined up. He's gonna take them both into the bathroom and see what happens. He'll be fine. Ben is a catch.
It was a lot, but we're rolling with it.
It was a lot. You know, she stomped on my heart at the altar, but I can't appear weak for the cameras, so I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Was it like the time frame?
Also, like, why are we making men wear pink roses? Women who are getting married, when you think about your flowers, because the florist is going to ask you, what do we want for the boutonnieres for the guy? Don't make the man wear a pink flower. I just feel like that's a little emasculating. I don't know. Call me old fashioned. What do I know?
Was it like the time frame? I mean, I knew the whole time coming into this, the time frame. Like, that's not like I feel like I know him. Like, really. Yeah. Like, I remember.
Here it is. Remember she said, "Oh, my values."
Black Lives Matter.
I asked her about. You're not black. Black Lives Matter was a money laundering scam. They were a bunch of con artists who took all the money and bought mansions for themselves. If you haven't updated your OS, Sarah, if you haven't updated your info to 2025, I don't know when this was filmed, probably in 24. If in a few years you haven't updated your knowledge of Black Lives Matter to be like, oh, fuck them, that's where you should be at. If you're not at that place, you're stupid and you haven't been looking into it. Not stupid, you're ignorant. And you're going to base the most important decision of your life based on something that is a scam. Gah.
And I'm no expert.
This is like propaganda. This is how propaganda ruins women's lives. Not just feminism, but like the media telling people that this is something they should be very concerned about. It's ruining her freaking life.
Black Lives Matter, and I'm no expert. But like when I asked him about it, he was like, I guess I never really thought too much about it.
Because it's not important. It was a scam. That was him being nice. Like, Sarah, it was a giant scam. Here, let me show you. All the millions of dollars that were wasted. And this woman's a nurse. Focus on nursing. Stay away from politics. Stay away from the news in general. Just work and go home and make Ben a meatloaf.
That affected me, especially in our own city. Like, how could it not? How did it not make
because she was told that it has to affect her, right? If you have to be a good ally, you have to confront your white fragility, you have to do the black square. Wow.
Think about something. I asked him to, like, what his
Poor
church's
Ben.
views are, and he said he didn't know.
What are his church's views on Black Lives Matter? Her priorities are out of whack.
And
she's laughing because she's like, you're an idiot.
So then I watched a sermon online from his church about, sexual identity. Okay. And it was traditional.
Oh my God, the horror. The horror of a church having traditional views on gender identity. Okay, I take it back. She is a moron. She's so dumb. If that's what you want to believe, don't, that's the thing. People are fucking with the church, trying to make the church modern and gay to go along with the current thing. And that's the problem. If this is what you want, Sarah, then get away from the church. But I think you need to be deprogrammed a little bit.
It's traditional. I told that to Ben. That's not it. He doesn't really have much to say about it.
Because it's not important. Oh my God. That's probably him being nice.
I want him to think about that stuff. Sometimes I did wonder if it was surface, fun, carefree love that we had. Equality, religion,
Equality.
the vaccine.
The vaccine. Right. She's a nurse, so she's going to simp for Big Pharma. Yuck. Get away, Ben. Yikes. Get away, Ben. She's going to vaccinate your kids. Okay. You don't need that. Good riddance. Whoa. Hello, chat. What are you thinking? She's non-denominational. Serious. Right. That's what tricks people. She's extremely good looking. So it confuses men sometimes. Traditional When was this filmed? Was this pre-election? Oh. Courtney, did you watch this whole episode? He's too much of a pushover overall. He seems like a good catch, but he needs to stand up for himself and set boundaries. Yes, Courtney. Yes. Okay. She's going to end up with a... Well, their lives matter, so she has to end up with one. She should be fine, Russell. Let's shun her. She should be shunned. He's not hurting for options. No. And you know what? She, I'm sure, has plenty of options too, but this is going to keep happening. This is just going to keep happening to her. Yeah, it's not a reason to not marry someone. It's not a reason to reject somebody. Whoa. She's possibly virtue signaling for the camera. What do you get out of that? Never did. Never dated nerds. They're all nuts. I remember my college, Fairfield had a big nursing program. So I had a lot of nurses that I was friends with there. And they're all very type A. It's like either these nurses and teachers are kind of the same way, that their job kind of forces them. It's like, I don't know if it's nature versus nurture. Like they are very type A. That's why they get into nursing, or the field itself kind of forces them to be that way. But they're intense. Their job is high stakes, so they do have to be controlling. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. They seemed high strung and very much like they have to be in control, which is great for being a nurse, but not good in your love life. Traditional views, not traditional pews. No. I like that he has more traditional values, but he's too open-minded when it comes to his partner. He needs to expect his partner to share his values. Yeah, that's true. Maybe he was hoping maybe she would wake up or something. These women want traditional privileges and treatment without any duty of their own to be traditional. Yes, Poopa. Poopa Chalupa is right. What's his ad? Yeah, Ben. She's not, Isabella, you're insane if you think she's plump. Chrissy, you rule. Would you be vaxxed? You rule. Would be if vaxxed. Wait, what? Chrissy, you rule. Would be if vaxxed. You would not date that man. Now, if I was single now, no, I would not date a vaccinated dude. No, because it's God, I really would. I mean, if you fall in love with someone who happens to be vaccinated, okay, but I would try not to. I would really, it depends. If they're vaxxed and they regret it and they kind of have woken up, maybe we could work with that. I still don't enjoy. I'd be like, let's detox you of the spike proteins, then we can date. Wow. Yeah, why can't he find somebody at his church? That's what I always tell people who are looking for somebody. Teachers nowadays, yeah. Teachers back in the day were more stable. Yeah, think about the teachers you had growing up. Waffles is here. Hi, Waffles. Hello. Oh, who came to visit me? It's Waffles. Waffles, what do you think? What do you think, Waffles? She's wagging her tail. Her fur gets stuck in the lip gloss. Hello, Waffles. Hello. What do you think? What do you think? Spring is coming. That means dog parks. That means playing outside. That means more hikes. Yay! Say hi to the people. Oh, the big girl. Who's the big girl? Hello. Hello, Waffles. Who had a shampoo? Who is a curly girl? Who is a curly mop? Oh, hello. You say hello to the people. No. Hello, sweet girl. Hello, sweet girl. Okay, I put you down now. Oh, okay. Oh. We have the same hair. Oh yeah, Waffles is always like, "We was wolves." Look him up on Twitter. Tell me, you guys. Do we have Ben's handle? No way. No way. What has been? She probably found his red hat hiding in the top drawer of his dresser. I mean, yeah, she's pretty, but he certainly dodged an alimony bullet. He's better off. She would have aborted his children or vaxxed them or sterilized them. No, she probably would have done the typical, like, yeah, just vax them 76 times before they're a year old route. Liberal white women are the very worst, followed closely by liberal black women. Maybe I agree with that. No, and where did all liberal white women come from? I don't remember knowing any when I was younger. Oh, they're in there. They're hiding away. Oh, wow. She has a gay sister. Okay. Oh, I know her. This is her name's Juliet Jeske. She I actually used to do improv with this woman like 15 years ago or something. She married a gay clown. She used to be a clown herself. She married a gay clown. She didn't know at the time, but then they broke up, and now she's a foaming at the mouth leftist. Maybe she loves her family more than a guy she met on a reality show. Okay, that's possible. That's possible, but that's confusion. It's one thing to be like to take your gay family member into consideration, but don't let it taint things that it doesn't need to. Okay. Ooh, context. I love context. Day they met, she said she was woke and didn't like church. If he disagreed, that was okay, but she couldn't be with him. He did disagree, but was too cowardly to say so. Oh, they dated, and she knew he wasn't being upfront, so kept asking him about it. He kept lying. She knew he would never be honest, so she sacked up and ended it. Is she an insufferable leftist? Yes, but at least she was upfront with things. He was a paper Christian who folded on all his beliefs to be with the pretty woke girl. Ooh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Ben, run for your life. That makes a lot of sense because I'm like, how are you getting all the way to the point that you're at the altar and she has to say that? Well, Black Lives Matter, so that sucks. She should have ended it before they're, standing at the altar. But of course, that makes her really great TV. Yes, it was a gay clown. Mm-hmm. X is down. Oh, should I not move it? Nope, nothing compares to the liberal white woman who thinks she's morally superior while rejecting a man over opinions. Imagine thinking love takes a backseat to political purity tests. Ooh, Desiree gets it. when she asked him about BLM, did she ask him about how he felt about the creators being rich and buying mansions for themselves and never really helping the Black community at all? Just curious how deep the conversation went there. Yeah. You know how liberal white women can happen? I'll tell you how they can happen because I used to be a liberal white woman and now I'm Black. No. If you never I think if you have a steady source of income, like if you never become like hella broke or desperate or in kind of like dire straits financially, if you always have a job or a source of income or daddy to float you, you're never going to like hit that kind of reality of how the world works. And I think that's how a lot of these white women can stay in the liberal bubble. But being real broke or being on your own, those are things that kind of like snap you into perspective quickly. You know what I mean? And it was easy for me to remain liberal. I was never woke because I was liberal at a time. It was like I was liberal in a pre-woke time. So after I graduated college, like all the woke stuff didn't really happen. I feel like the last 10 years, 15 years. And I kind of woke up a bit before things got very woke. Like I was in college at a time where it was like just the seedlings, the beginning of the woke time. But anyway, it was easy for me to stay liberal because my parents were paying for my college. Like I had a job that I worked during college, but I wasn't paying. Obviously, they were paying for my college. And so I really didn't understand reality yet or how the world works. So you kind of have the luxury to care about you think you're caring about other people's problems, but really you're just you're being propagandized. Is that even the right word? Propagandized? Ryan Linder, commies are probably attacking Twitter X over Doge. It's possible. Russell Hall, this is why the Bible said to throw rocks at these hoes. Russell for 5. Also, is the sister a lesbian or did she think this was supposed to be a business meeting? Right? Why no dress to the wedding? Maybe she knew. That is a very she's like, I'm just gonna be gonna be an angry lesbian and not dress up for this wedding. That would explain the pantsuit. K-Max, thanks for the yellow boy. Chrissy, what if this was done in reverse? If Chrissy met a man obsessed with George Floyd, BLM, and LGBTQ would be a deal breaker. I want an anti-Cumia view on these subjects or else. Oh, if I was single and I met a man obsessed with these things, it wouldn't get past the first date. It really, truly wouldn't. I wouldn't be up at the altar being like, I'm going to end this now that I'm in a wedding dress. It just but she's 27 isn't like young, but I think like you can be not young in years, but like life young. You can be like naive. And I don't know, I guess if I was naive and if there was like I almost can understand like some women like, okay, this super hot guy, super rich, all the things you want, but he's woke. No, I still couldn't do it. Still could not do it. Who are you talking to? It's like you gotta have somebody with a brain and the right values, or else like what are your conversations going to be about? The looks and the money, that kind of like that doesn't last very long. Yeah, it's a mega deal breaker. But I think the guy, that makes sense why he was kind of a little bit not honest about his positions on things, just so he could be with this hot girl. Yeah, hell no. Hell no is my answer. Russell Hall, hope she enjoys her future life on cam doing prawn. Oh, I hope not. From the looks of her trajectory, Russell. BBW prawn. BBW, of course, stands for Big Beautiful Women. I think you meant BBC. Whoo! This is why I tell dudes that I'm obsessed with the Kyle Rittenhouse case before he even thinks about asking me out. He needs to know I'm a he needs to know I'm a white supremacist and will never change. That's funny. see. Around the time. Yep. Yeah. 2016, 2015. When did he announce he was running? I think it was 2015. Yeah. Wow. Russell Hall, to be fair to your former self, if you hadn't been a liberal, you would never have been allowed to have any sort of mainstream career in comedy. Ooh, allowed? Let me think. If I was right wing starting out, I may not have wanted to. I may not have had the patience to go through the various hoops and open mics, because everybody you're sort of doing comedy with is also pretty liberal. And in New York City, you know what? Yeah, I might not have been interested in continuing. If I had the views I have now, like 10, 15 years ago. No, 15 years ago when I started comedy. Well, I started in like 2011. Yeah, 14 years ago. Not that I wouldn't have been allowed. I may not have been as excited about it. But now is an exciting time to have right-wing views in comedy, because, people are willing to hear them a little bit more, or they're not as censored. But definitely interesting question, Russell. Obama started it with the whole "Don't say Indian." Don't say Indian. Hey, K-Max. Thanks for the yellow boy. Becca Kufrin, also from Minnesota, broke up with her husband from The Bachelorette merely for saying he thought the police were a force of good overall after the Floyd stuff. What's with Minnesota? Ugh, it's just hopelessly liberal. That's so insane. Becca Kufrin. I wonder if there's a clip of her. It's really sad. Becca Kufrin reveals how easy with marriage. Okay, she married somebody else. She married a Hispanic. Becca Kufrin, I'll say breakup. Oh, she's pretty. This is from 7 years ago? Oh my God. This is old. Wow. I didn't know. K-Max, you're such a fan of The Bachelorette. Hello, Russell. Oh, well, look who's jumping on the bandwagon. Minnesota is scarier than I thought. California has nothing on them. Oof. Waffles, you're being summoned. Anyway. More exciting than this story is, oh my goodness, Anthony Cumia is finally back on mainstream radio. This is an exciting day. I just got really hungry all of a sudden. Let me pull this up. This was on Facebook. Wow. This was, I think his show premiered last night, March 9th, Sunday. Live now, the premiere of the Anthony Cumia Show. Anthony Cumia is making his triumphant return to radio only on 77 WABC. Download the app and listen to Anthony Cumia Show on Sunday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST on WABCradio.com or the 77 WABC app. Whoa. And it's a Facebook ad. Oh, boy. So let's check it out. Let's check out this is what the website looks like. Oh, I have so many tabs up that I don't need. Whoops. Okay, here's the website. How exciting. Wow. Wow, how cool. It's a Sunday show. Conflicts a slight overlap with Simcast, but that's okay. I'm sure I'm sure he knew. I'm sure he knew that going into it. So. Okay. And let's take, this is what Grok, I like the Grok summary because this was trending. I think it still is trending. Anthony Cumia's radio return sparks conversation and conspiracy. Anthony Cumia successfully premiered The Anthony Cumia Show on 77.8 WABC Radio, airing from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, March 10th. Yesterday was Sunday, so it's March 9th. The show marked Cumia's return to terrestrial radio, where he discussed various topics, including conspiracy theories about Gene Hackman's death. Despite initial nervousness, Cumia delivered a performance reminiscent of his earlier career, which was well received by listeners. Fans expressed enthusiasm for the show, with many looking forward to tuning in regularly. The show is also available on demand, reflecting positive feedback and support from both the audience and the radio station. So here is Cumia's tweet. The first show is done. Always a good thing to get through that first one. What a great time. Thanks to everyone who listened. Been reading really nice comments since I finished tonight. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate the support. Thanks to everyone at WABC. Great crew up there. On to next week. Cool. Looking very tan and fresh. Good job, Anthony. Ooh, triumvirate. Show number one in the books and in the podcast. WABC Radio. Oh, it is. Okay, so he went, how long did he go for? Okay, 111 minutes. What is that? And almost 2 hours. Cool. Covering his professional history, Elon and Trump, Spring Break Madness, Long Island wildfires, took some calls, golden age of late night, and much more. Wow. How exciting. This is cool. Triumph. I'll never stop confusing triumphant and triumvirate. So good for Anthony. This is very exciting. Why not? Why can't he do both? And you know what? No one deserves it more than Anthony. He's worked his balls off. He has stayed funny and relevant and smart and bright and sharp this whole time. He's beloved. He has a huge following. Why wouldn't a radio station want him on? It's a good get. It's a good get for them. You know who should be happy for him but is not? Oh, Mr. Copie Hughes. Oh, look, it's Copie from the Copie and Anthony show. Coping it up. It's Opie. I'm going to call him Copie though. The most jealous lesbian in the world has something to say about Anthony's triumvirate return to terrestrial radio.
Did you listen to Ann's show? Anne Hathaway. No, of course not. Why?
Let me rewind it. It's so funny. For someone who claims to not care, he has a lot to say.
All right. Did you listen to Ann's show? Anne Hathaway. No, of course not. Why would I? Well, I guess if you work with someone for over 20 years and they're making their comeback to part-time AM radio
it's part-time. Yeah, they're not going to bring somebody on full-time after 20 years.
Middle of the night.
But he does so many little digs to just devalue what's going on here.
On a Sunday. You would think there'd be some interest there just to, take a peek, take a listen. I couldn't be bothered. No. How did he do? I would assume he did well. I would assume he's playing to the ABC audience. I would assume that he tamped down his out of control race crap.
Out of control. How old is Opie? 1963. He's 61. Wow. He's 61 and he still has adult acne. Interesting.
But no, I didn't listen. Let me know how he did, I guess. Anthony making his big comeback to AM radio. I mean, look, no offense to the guy who
He's like, I couldn't be bothered to run a comb through my hair, but Anthony he's whatever.
Do not like it all, but he's doing 2 hours a week.
Oh my God. We can see your ring light, Opie. And that's the thing. All he has is, look at my beautiful Manhattan view. What he should do is close the curtains, get some a couple more lights in here, have a professional setup. But no, he loves his background. And he wants everyone to see his $30 ring light.
ABC radio, 8 at night to 10, right? 8 to 10, I believe, was the shift. That's a nothing burger.
Nothing.
But with that said, I mean, if they're putting him there to see how he does, test shows, we're thinking of giving you a full-time gig here, but let's start you, at a real shitty time on the weekends, just to see how it goes. And then
he's as he's talking, he's realizing, oh yeah, they are testing him. They are seeing if they want to give him a better time slot and maybe more days. Oh shit.
This leads to him maybe getting a real shift. And look, then it starts getting impressive. But at this point, 2 hours on a Sunday night.
That's people listen to the radio on Sundays. Also, he's got such a big audience. He'll have no problem getting good numbers
on AM radio. I mean, there's nothing impressive about it. And I would just simply assume he did all right. I mean, he's been doing this a really long time, right? $20. Oh boy.
He's trying to not talk shit while talking shit.
Barrister 1401. I'm reading this cold. Good morning, Hope. I've been out of the country the past couple of weeks. I get back last night and turned on the radio and heard Ann on WABC. Did you know this? Please comment on Ann's triumphant turn to broadcast radio. I didn't watch or listen, whatever. I didn't listen. I probably should have listened because it would have made this live stream fantastic, but I simply couldn't be bothered. I was watching I'm binge watching, I forgot the name of the damn show with the Kate Hudson. It's a basketball show loosely based on the Los Angeles Lakers. We've been binge watching that. It's just an all right show. So I was watching that when I guess I should have been listening to Anthony last night. I mean, with all the money he's making, and he only has a 2-hour shift. My God, the commercial load must have been crazy, though. If he's making all that money, 2 hours on AM radio, they had to have 20, 30 minutes of commercials to try to pay his salary, right? Hell yeah. Barrister, I'm sorry. I just didn't listen. I have literally nothing to say about that. I mean, I have a lot to say about AM radio in general. You know that I got a new car recently, and it doesn't come.
I got a new car, but I'm doing so well. I have a new car
with AM radio.
Oof. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care about anything.
They're literally like, these.
He'll keep doing these low effort live streams. And you know what? You know why Opie's not going to get any kind of a radio shift is because he's not trying. Anthony always had a professional setup, whether he was at Compound Media Studios, whether he was coming in, maybe doing Gavin's studio for Censored in New York. He always had a professional set in his South Carolina setup. And they go, oh, wow, he gives a shit. He's putting in an effort. He looks professional. He sounds good. Let's give him a chance back on radio. And you're not going to get that, Opie, because you're sitting here with this cheap ass ring light. And you maybe should put a little bit of makeup on your chin. I don't know what happened there. You should maybe run a comb through your hair.
This car doesn't come with AM radio. You got the satellite. You can plug in the spot.
Your camera is shaking when you move. That tells me, I don't know, maybe it's just a laptop camera. You probably don't even have a real camera on a real tripod. God, Opie.
And I didn't even ask you about the AM radio at all because at this point, I don't think I knew that Anthony was going back to AM radio. But I'm sure through the new car, I could figure out how to listen to these AM stations through the internet or something. But literally, my new car did not come with AM.
I don't know. So anybody with a new car just can't listen to AM radio. I'm pretty sure it's an option to get AM radio on your car. You just have to fix the settings. Copie.
Best card to play today would be to give a zero.
Too late for that. Too late to give zero attention.
Anthony zero attention. The new show was beyond sad and just meh. Well, I probably should have. I probably should have listened. I probably would have had a lot to say about it. But you know, AM radio. I mean, I guess if they're, I guess if they got a good app or something, AM radio isn't as bad as it sounds. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, everyone is just crushing in the podcast world, making millions of dollars. And then to hear that he's going back to AM radio, look, it's not impressive. But like I said,
because Anthony doesn't really, he's not taking the gig for money. He's not needing radio money. He's doing it for, I guess, more mainstream street cred to build up his resume more. Not that he needs to. He's already got an incredibly impressive resume. But why not? Why not take a dip back in the mainstream? He's got a great voice and good takes.
You know, I'm trying to be fair here because I don't like the guy, but if it leads to something, if it leads to like a full-time,
you could be my resident body language expert, Tommy. The more he looks off camera, the more he's lying. Ooh, he's doing better than you are, Opie. And it's sad because we all just want Opie to just try. He has the money. He could hire someone to be a producer. He could hire somebody to redo his set if he doesn't know what to do. Ant wants to be on the radio. He enjoys it. Yeah, he enjoys talking to the people. He basically does. His podcast is essentially a radio show anyway. He's like, Copie's like, I would never do a radio show because I can't read the chat. I can't just say names of people that are there. AM radio is good for talk radio. It has long range. Ope says he needs to earn hundreds of thousands per year. Clearly money is on his mind. He's probably wasting. Oh, Opie has had to tell us that he doesn't care about Cumia's return to radio for the past 15 videos. So I definitely believe him now. Yes, Anthony never looks off camera, always straight ahead. Exactly, Russell. He wants us to believe that he is too cool to care. It's true. He looks away from the camera when he's being dishonest because he can't face himself on the screen. Ooh! Everybody's got his number.
Time shift. If it leads to a decent full-time shift, then God bless him. But right now, 2 hours a day on a Sunday night, that's not impressive. You realize Anthony never talked money. Anthony never talked money with this new ABC deal. You let a troll who made ass up get to you, and now you keep repeating the numbers like they actually came from Anthony. Okay, thank you, Brooklyn guy. Well, thanks for that. Okay, my bad.
He's similar to Stuttering John in that if a troll feeds him information, he will take it and repeat it as truth.
Bad. Either way, it's kind of dumb to go back to AM radio making like no money.
Dumb? I mean, he's not doing it for the money.
Anthony was a huge radio star. So
and guess what? He can go back to being a huge radio star because he just got a radio gig.
To accept a deal where they're barely paying you to do 2 hours on a Sunday night, that's the real story here. And if I got the money wrong, all right, there you go. I got the money wrong. There you go. Accept my apology, okay? I mean, the problem is, I'll tell you what the problem is. Like, people are trying to keep.
Why are your lips black? He took that one off quick. Why are your lips black? Is he drinking wine? Maybe he's a wino.
People are trying
to. Maybe it's a new lipstick.
Keep this Opie versus Anthony. Of course not. Why would I?
Whoops.
If I got the money wrong, all right, there you go. I'm trying to keep this Opie versus Anthony thing going. I really believe Anthony started it many, many years ago. And the problem I have, I'll tell you what. Just ask. I'll tell you what the problem is. I don't listen to Anthony at all. I didn't listen to his debut on ABC last night. And the problem I have is then I rely on people to give me, info, and then other people.
So he's just showing all of these look how many comments I'm getting. Look how many people are watching me. But isn't acknowledged the comments he brings up weird?
Do got people that give me real info. I could trust them, and then I'm stupid enough to take the bait of other people that are just out there trolling and trying to get me going so they could clip it and play some dumb clip on their stupid week who gives a crap live stream. Right?
Hi, Opie.
Right. And I fall for it because I'm not listening myself, because it's too toxic for me to listen myself. And that's the mistake I make. So I hope you accept my apology that Anthony is not making $300,000 a year. I do believe he was the one who said that. It turns out he didn't. But with that said, he's not making any money. He's not making any money. My God, I hope he didn't sign a contract where now he can't make money somewhere else. That would be crazy, right?
Oh my God. I think anybody.
So we're going to.
I think anybody saying anything positive to Opie is like probably just a troll at this point. Opie Copie. Stetjo lies much more. Poor guys. That's his halo, Chrissy. Oh, right. It's not the ring light. It's the halo. Aw. It's going to be a lot more of this. I mean, Cumia has a weekly gig now. There's going to be people asking Opie about it every single week now. So there's probably going to be a lot more meltdowns as this continues. Isabella Live, you're crazy cool as you do, mama. Thank you, Isabella. I think. Opie, you're not making $300,000 a year. Oy. I just would love to see what he's capable of if he were to give a shit. He's clicking these chats like crazy. Oh, maybe when he's nervous, he just clicks. I think that's it, Frank. He's a 61-year-old lesbian with a bad facelift. That's very funny. Let's see what's new in Opie Unleashed world. Maybe he's a different person on his Unleashed channel. Maybe he's carefree there. Opie Unleashed, Opie Unleashed. Why can't I see Opie Unleashed? Is there no more Opie Unleashed channel? Okay. Whew, thank God. Whew, thank God. Got really nervous for a second. Wow, still talking about Carl Ruiz. There's nothing super unleashed here. What's the most unleashed thing he's done? Opie Unleashed. He's a short one.
I made out with a girl that follows me on Twitter. Yes, congratulations. That's never happened to me. What'd she look like? Not like her profile. So we both are wailing.
Okay. We both went wailing. Oh, look, it's the one time Opie said something funny. Let's turn that into its own clip. Oh,
I'm doing a.
Is this Unleashed though? I want to see him like walking the streets. That's why I come to Unleashed. I don't want to see clips of other things. This is him in his apartment. That's not Unleashed. I need to see street videos. Okay, maybe this one will be more Unleashed.
I'm doing a podcast with this comedian Ron the Waiter. He's really, really annoying. Could you roast him for a couple jokes, please? Please, I beg you.
Does this guy have the kind of bifocals that like you have to look like towards the lower half of the glasses, or maybe he just, I don't know. His face is very close to the computer.
Ron the waiter. I've seen more charisma in a decaf coffee. I bet his specials are just leftovers from Tuesday. They say laughter is the best medicine. But after listening to Ron, I
don't know who this guy is, but he looks like someone's grandpa trying to figure out a FaceTime with his grandkids. He needs to back away from the phone or the computer.
Shot of espresso, just to stay awake. Ron's jokes are like his service. Slow, awkward, and you're left wondering if you should just get up and do it yourself. I heard Ron try to tell a joke to a tip jar. The tip jar asked for a refund. Ron the waiter. He's so bad at comedy. He makes waiting for the checks.
Oh my God, just a bunch of people with no equipment. Oi. Sneaking into the Chrysler building. See, this is Unleashed. Oh, is this actually some editing here?
Made it to the top of the Chrysler building.
Oh, this looks like an old clip from back in the day.
It is so hot in here. Climb through a network of ladders, at least 100 to 200 feet. What a trip. This is pretty crazy, Moses.
I know, man, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
And you know, I really
just like an upskirt of this guy's butt. Like, yeah. Opie Unleashed.
I honestly think everybody should be allowed to see this and do this. Like, we're up here on this entire fucking Chrysler building, man. Like, it's like kind of nothing more.
Hey, this is not Unleashed. I need to see current Opie roaming the streets. This is heavily produced. This looks like maybe from Opie and Anthony days. He just took a clip and repurposed it. This is not Unleashed. Let's go back. Maybe it's too cold for him to be unleashed. Maybe we need to wait until it gets a little warmer out. Then we'll see more unleashed behaviors. Oh, okay. Did we do this 2 weeks ago?
All right. What's going on, everybody? Taking a little stroll in New York City on this fine Sunday.
There we go.
Right behind me. And they don't like the LG.
The LG.
They don't like the LGBT. Dude, if you're holding a sign, you can.
Information right there. There's a QR code.
But if you're holding a sign, you could like tell the world now. This is your opportunity. No one's gonna read your stupid sign. Have a good day. Oh my God, he's got a sign. He's got a cause. I'm live streaming to Dorchester Tower. Placed me in handcuffs 10
Same
times.
handwriting as the other sign.
Times due to their false police reporting. Oh my God. We choose love, not hate. Fight hate crime.
What?
Well, sure. I agree with that. Looks like Jim Jeffries is part of the cause there. Good for Jim Jeffries. Filing false reports. Well,
gays against Dorchester Towers.
He's the representative for the whole movement.
All right, what else?
I'm going through the last year radio I ever did, and most likely will ever do, from my last year at Sirius XM, and those are up there too. The thumbnails are all different, so you can figure out which is which.
Ooh.
And I just posted the episode the day after we broke into Howard Stern's area at Sirius XM.
Oh, more glory days.
None too happy. So that's what.
So the Unleashed channel has devolved into walking around the city talking about when you used to be on terrestrial radio. That seemed to be when you were most relevant. Oh, but Anthony's a loser for getting back into radio. He's got a nothing shift for no money and a bad time slot. Seems like Opie wants to be doing what Anthony's doing. That's why he's Copie. Russell Hall, do you think Opie's shtick would be shocking and funny if it were in black and white in the setting of 1950s Mayberry? Maybe that's what he's going for. Yeah, maybe. Russell Hall, someone who's good with AI, put that together. Sigh, does Alex Stein offer a mentor program? Probably. You have to be like a Dontarius type. Ooh, he is such a try hard. It's weird. He tries hard, but then doesn't try at all at the same time. It sucks. You know, getting older sucks, but you got to adjust with the times, and you got to put in effort to stay relevant, which is what Anthony has done. The only thing Opie has unleashed was his dog so he could take a dump. Oi. Well, it'll be fun. I will keep following Opie Unleashed. More reactions from Copie as Anthony's radio career returns. Very exciting. We got an interview coming up tonight. Please join me back here on the channel at 9 p.m. I'm going to have Rachel Parker on the show. That's going to be fun. 9 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't sent your clock back by now, I don't know what you're waiting for. Twitter is still down. And yeah, catch me at the Fort Wayne Comedy Club on March 29th. For tickets, go to fortwaynecomedyclub.com. Very exciting, y'all. And we'll see you guys back here at 9. Deranged Lunatic. From now on, let's just call him Dopey Opie. I'm calling him Copie. We're making it stick. Thanks, guys. Love you all. Bye.